Hello. So we are back, and this time with another job. Yeah, we have a customer job, and just a coincidence, this is the third laptop in a row shutting down by, when you try to stress the laptop. Quite weird. Anyway, this is a Dell Inspiron i5 11 Gen laptop charged power on from cold, and I did test that, yeah. But then gets hot and powers off. I did test that, yeah. Fans appear to spin, but heat pipe gets very hot. Layers BIOS installed, new M2 drive installed, but unable to complete the Windows install. So this is strange. I mean, I checked the laptop, and the laptop is not shutting down. The laptop is freezing, but it's not a system freeze. Yeah, I can still move the mouse, but nothing else happened. Then the IO chip is responding. So if I try to shut down the Windows, it does shut down. After that, the Windows, it will not start. Okay, so let's check together. Pressing the power button. This is a nice Dell. Pressing the power button, let's see. It's coming on normally. Let me try to load the Windows. Let me plug the charger actually. No, it's not coming on anymore. You can see the keyboard is on. You can see the light here. Yeah, the caps lock is not responding, but the IO chip, it is responding. Yeah, so I seen this laptop on Windows. So if I keep press the power button, the laptop is shut down. That means the IO chip is not frozen. What can I say? Pressing the power button, it is coming on, but now we have no picture. So if I leave the laptop probably like 1 hour, I will see the Windows. I seen the Windows once on the beginning. Yeah, so now it's no picture. It's not coming on, nothing. It is coming on. You can see the light, but no picture on the screen. Now this is strange. I haven't opened the laptop. I don't know what is inside. I can see there are no screws on the back, but it's quite bad, and I will tell you why it's bad. First, it's not a IO chip issue, EC chip issue. Yeah. The second, probably this comes from a computer shop. I'm pretty sure there is thermal paste. It's not a problem. The fan is spinning. No, nothing like that. But it does have something to do with the overheating. Yeah, that's the reason why when the laptop is cold, it's starting. Now, what can be there? Something else to overheat, and on the same time freeze the computer. Yeah, and I believe here we have a chipset issue, chipset which is inside of the CPU, and I did see it before. I seen it. Yeah, like working laptops. But the chipset is partial shorted and it's getting extremely hot. I've seen that kind of fault before. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. I haven't opened the laptop, so let's open and have a look inside. Let's see. So that's the laptop inside. First, what I will try to do is remove the hard drive. The hard drive can give you this kind of fault, like, okay, it's starting, then it's freezing, then it's starting with no picture. Yeah, I've seen that from the hard drive. So the hard drive can freeze the system. So the hard drive is out. I've seen the battery freezing the system. Yeah, a faulty battery with I don't know, data and clock lines. I've seen that freezing the system. Wi-Fi card probably is good. RAM memory probably is good. Let's try one more time. So this is another tricky fault, but this is tricky. This is not like power shorted most of things like that. This is not a gaming laptop. And it's coming on and goes off. Coming on. And it's staying on. And we've seen picture. Hard drive not installed. Wow. Wow, that noise. Why is beeping? Five codes. Oh, that's sick. That's sick. That's crazy. I don't know what designer designed this kind of sound. And now it's not coming on. I mean, we have the light on the caps lock, but there's no picture on the screen. Now the CPU is hot, probably like 70 degrees. The fan is not spinning because probably it's not hot enough. But it is hot. Okay. And the laptop is turned off. Turn it on, and I can't turn the laptop on. It's not coming on anymore. This is strange. Let's plug the battery. I mean, we are in 2023. You are not able to set up the volume of those error codes. The laptop is on. I can see the caps lock light. It's turning off. I don't know why, because we have the BIOS battery installed. Let me check the BIOS battery. Let's see if we have voltage there. We have 3 volts. Okay, then it's strange. Pressing the power. Okay, it is. We have the caps light, and it's no picture. So not sure what we can check. So now the laptop is on with no picture. I mean, the CPU is not like... The fan is not even starting. It's not that hot. Let's try to start the fan. The laptop is off. I can see it on now. I just want to see if the fan is spinning. Still on. Yeah, the fan is spinning. The fan is spinning. So the CPU is not getting that hot. We still have the caps. We still have the backlight on the keyboard, but not on the caps lock. The fan is still spinning. So how this looks for you? What do you think it is? Software, BIOS, EC firmware, yeah? Well, I don't believe that. Yeah, this is related with the heat, yeah? It's not like it's doing always the same. When it's cold, it's working. I seen the windows on this one. Okay, so the way to go is getting the thermal camera and see here whatever is getting hot. The customer says something about a TPM error or TPM chip or something like that. Let me have a look. Give me 1 second. Occasionally shows error TPM missing. And he sent me a picture with the error. Alert TPM device not detected. Huh. That's strange. Okay, so the fan is still spinning. We can see here. but the laptop is not working. So what I'm gonna do, I'll unplug the charger. Let's take the board out and have a look. Yeah. Okay, so the board is out. I'm not gonna replace the thermal paste. I've seen people that are overreacting about the thermal paste, but we are in 2023. Yeah. Try a test. Yeah. Take the heatsink out, clean the thermal paste from the heatsink and from the CPU, put the heatsink back and test the laptop. You will be surprised to see the laptop is working with no problem. But the people are overreacting, you know. What will happen? You have a bad thermal transfer. The CPU, it will lower the clock. I mean, from like 4 or 5 gigahertz can lower the clock down to like 7 megahertz, and it will still work. It will be slow, right, but it will work without any problem, even without the thermal paste at all. Yeah, I shall try without the heatsink to see what will happen. It will shut down. Let's say without the heatsink, probably it will shut down when the clock is low. Yeah, but actually the temperature is still reaching like over 100 degrees. But with the heatsink, without thermal paste, nothing. So on those days, I don't think it really matter what thermal paste you are using, how you are applying, you know, it's working even without. Okay, let's have a look at the motherboard. Or maybe, because here you have few chips, yeah? Let's connect the charger. I need this board for the power on button. Yeah. And we can test it with the thermal camera. This is weird. Where is the power button on this one? So this is the power button. This one. But this one has here, like a mechanism, has a ribbon cable here. Bro, what kind of dodgy things is this? So the power button has a ribbon cable here. Here has a board with a chip, yeah? Then it's going to this board. Then this board is going to the motherboard. This is sick. I mean, why you will not connect this cable straight to the motherboard then? Or if this board is here, why don't put the power button on this board? We have the lead sensor here, I can see it. Crazy design, so we cannot test. We have to... Actually we can, 1 second. No, actually we can't. Actually we can. Oh no, because it's a chip on this board. Okay, that's bad. Probably this is a cheap laptop, because otherwise I cannot explain this kind of design. I mean, clearly you can see this laptop has been designed without the power button. So on some point they realized, wait, we don't have the power button, so let's put here a screw, let's put the button on the other side with this ribbon cable here, and then come with the ribbon cable, use a board here, came here, and 100% they designed this laptop without the power button. And they realized on the end, the power button has to be here from some reason, not on the keyboard. I'm pretty sure that happened. Okay, so the board is connected. Let's plug the charger. Wait, the charging port is on the frame. We have to take out the charging port. I don't understand. Dell was using to make good laptops. Or maybe it's a race, you know, let's make the cheapest possible laptop. Okay, so we plug the charger. Let's try to power on. And I believe the board is on. Now let's try to have a look with the thermal camera. Yeah, we can see the board is on. You can see the light there. Okay, the light goes off. Let's power on again. I can feel it is getting hot. Wait, so we have... Here we have something. I don't know, probably the CPU power supply is on the other side of the board. That's the heatsink. No, it's nothing here. There's nothing else here. I mean, I can see clearly the CPU power supplies are getting mad hot. Yeah, I can see the CPU is getting hot. That's the heatsink. But everything else on this board is fine. Let's see on the other side. So here is getting hot, the CPU power supply is here. Like, wow, it's so hot. Yeah. Why is getting that hot without hard drive, without nothing? That's strange. That's weird. What CPU? It's i5, yeah? I think it's an i5. Let's take out the heatsink, yeah? The thermal paste is present. I want to read the CPU. I want to read the CPU thermal, the CPU and the chipset. I'm not sure how can I do it. I'm not sure how can I do it. The chipset is getting hot. The CPU is cold. Look at the chipset. The CPU hasn't even started. Look at the chipset. Wait, let's check a little bit. I want to check the chipset power supply, if we can find it. So probably those are the CPUs, yeah? 32 ohms, 32 ohms, 110 ohms. Yeah, possible. I mean, indeed, the CPU, the chipset has the real-time clock, yeah? But it's not supposed to be hot. It's not even supposed to be warm. We've seen before, you know, the laptop where I swapped the chipset. You remember? Okay, let's try to figure it out. Okay, now the CPU is coming on. That's fine, he will be fine without the heatsink. I don't worry about the CPU. So the chipset, I don't see the chipset hot. Yeah, CPU is hot, but that's fine. So the laptop is on. Let's switch it off. Now the laptop is off, right? Yeah, the laptop is off. Now I can clearly see the CPU. The chipset is hotter compared with the CPU. I mean, what you will do on a case like this? That chipset is too warm for a board which is off. Yeah, this board is off, so I can feel the chipset about the hand temperature, about 36 degrees. And if I try to start the board, then indeed the CPU is getting hotter compared with the chipset. Yeah, so power on, and you can see the chipset is getting hotter, which is normal. Let me switch it off. Yeah, it's off. So right now the chip is hot because the CPU was getting hot. But if the board is getting cooled, actually the chipset, you can see the heat mark. You can see the heat mark. So check the heat mark. Yeah, here is the CPU. Here on the top is the chipset. Look at the chipset. The board is off and the chipset is still getting hot. Can get hot probably only from the real-time clock. That's all. So this is an example of a partial shorted chipset, PCH. Yeah. Clearly here we are speaking a partial shorted PCH. You see, there's nothing what we can do in a case like this. And obviously with the heatsink, probably it's getting mad hot. I mean, you have the heat from the chipset and from the CPU. It's getting mad hot, the chipset, not the CPU. But what voltage, what current is taking? Yeah, let's come with the power supply. Let's go with the power supply because I'm curious. Yeah, okay, I got it now, yeah? Let's raise the voltage. Yeah. So, you know, just forget about the charger is plugged in because the voltage on the power supply is higher. That means the current which you see there is taken by the motherboard. Now the motherboard is off. I can assure you the motherboard is off. But the current which is taken by this motherboard is higher compared with 15 years old laptops. Yeah, a board which is off. There is no way to take 30 milliamps. So how much it is? We have like 20 volts. Let's say 20 volts, 30 milliamps. It's around 6 watts off, right? It's a lot. It's a lot. The board is switched off. It has no battery. So yeah, I will stop now because I believe you can see the chipset. I believe the real-time clock power rail is shorted on the chipset. The chipset is not supposed to get hot with the real-time clock power rail. Yeah, which is exactly what it's doing. So even if I use the thermal pad, you can see the thermal signature from the chipset. So check there. There is the CPU and there is the chipset. On that side is the chipset. You can see it. That's the chipset. So you know what? I will stop here because it's pointless. I mean, the consumption of the board is telling us something is wrong there. 30 milliamps with the board switched off. That's not okay. I can switch the board on if it will make you happy. So with the board on, yeah, so 30 milliamps. So with the board on, obviously the current, look there, is going up. 600 milliamps. We have no 700. We have no screen, nothing, but the CPU is getting hot, which is normal. The things what is not normal is the 30 milliamps. Yeah, I'm really sorry, but that's the point where I will stop because it's nothing what you can do here. On 2023, to have a board which is taking 30 milliamps doing nothing. I mean, the board is switched off. It's no screen, it's no hard drive, it's no battery, it's nothing. The board is off. 30 milliamps, it's a lot. And that's because the chipset RTC line is present, but the chipset is partial shorted. And you can see, I seen this laptop. So this laptop, it is coming on. So if it's cooling down everything, you will see picture. Let me put all back together, and probably it will be cold, and you will see the picture. So let's see. I left the laptop in the fridge like for 10 minutes. Let's see if it's working. Coming on. You can see the light on the caps. Going off. Sure work, right? Yeah, it is working. Continue. Yeah, it's working. So this laptop can work if you have a fridge. And it's loading the Windows, exactly what I told you. It's like, it's like, wow, it's working. Actually, soon it will freeze. How do I skip this? Oh, this is annoying. Let's try to download. Oh, we don't have internet. Let me connect the laptop to Wi-Fi. No, it's gone. So you can see, it's gone. It's frozen. It's not doing anything. Alt F4, nah. Control Delete, nah. It's not doing anything. I mean, any communication any communication from the chip, yeah, you can see actually the faulty part from the chipset to the hard drive is gone. All what is left is still speaking with my EC chip, yeah. I believe the touchpad is still managed by the EC chip. Should be, yeah, yeah. So the mouse is still working, but the laptop is gone. And now if I power off, and if I try to power on again, yeah, the EC chip is still responding. No, I can't turn it on anymore. I can't turn it on. No way. No, that's all. And probably if I'll put it again on the fridge, it will work. But that's strange, now it's not even coming on. Like nothing, like it's dead. I do expect this chipset to die very soon. I mean, it is partial faulty, but it will die soon. Anyway, that's how faulty but still working PCH or chipset is looking like. Oh, look, it's coming on. You can see it? It's on. But it's no picture on the screen, nothing. Sadly, it's nothing to do. Just replace the motherboard, or if you're brave enough to buy another CPU to replace it. Yeah. Okay, so I'll stop. I'll stop now. I'll say thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you like the video, and keep in mind overheating doesn't really mean only the CPU. So see you on the next one. Bye.